A rhythm dictionary for drummers. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
A dictionary of rhythms. Interesting.
It almost sounds like something, you'd find in a fantasy novel or something.
Right.
But it's real. And that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Okay.
This system called the written dictionary. We're going to get into how it works, what it's all about. But before we get into that, what's really cool about this is the source material we have for this is an interview with a drummer who learned this system directly from the person who created it.
Wow. Yeah.
Firsthand.
Firsthand knowledge. That's awesome.
Exactly. And not only that, he teaches this system to his own students now.
Wow.
So it's not just some, esoteric thing that's lost to the ages or anything. Like, this is something he actually puts into practice.
It's a living, breathing system. That's really cool.
Exactly. So let's unpack this written dictionary. What is it? It's not like a literal dictionary, is it?
It's not a literal dictionary, no. Like, you wouldn't pull it off the shelf and look up a beat, right?
Right.
It's more of a system for generating rhythms, like variations. You could think of it as like a musical algorithm.
Okay.
But the cool thing is, it's not about being like a computer. It's about unlocking your creativity within this system.
So instead of going to this dictionary and finding like a pre-made rhythm that you're going to play, you're using the system to come up with your own.
Exactly. And the drummer actually gives this cool example. He says, imagine you film yourself playing a simple beat, right? And then you take that same beat, but you change which limbs are playing which parts of the drum set. So maybe you swap your hi-hat part with your snare part.
Okay.
It's the same basic idea, but now it creates a totally different feel, a totally different rhythm.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's taking one rhythmic idea, and then it's like, this system helps you explore all these variations you might not come up with otherwise.
Yes, exactly. It's about exploring these possibilities. And what's cool is he even talks about how some of these variations that seem really simple on paper are super hard to actually play.
Yeah.
And vice versa. He talked about spending like 100 takes trying to get one specific combination down. And then another time he just like shifted a couple things within the system and nailed a completely different variation in one take.
Wow, that's so interesting, right? It's like, I feel like this is something that happens not just in music, right? But like in any creative pursuit.
Yeah.
Where you're working on something and, you hit a wall or whatever, and then you decide to just for fun, just try something completely different or try a different method. And it's like, boom.
Yeah. And it just flows out, right?
It just flows out. And it makes you wonder, like, how many other things are out there just waiting to be discovered?
Exactly. And I think this really highlights a bigger point, right? Sometimes these constraints, like a system or a set of rules, they can actually boost your creativity rather than limit it.
It's like having a framework.
Yeah.
So you're not just staring at a blank page.
Exactly.
All right. Like I need something to bounce off of. It's like having a creative partner, but it's a system.
Yeah, like a secret formula for creativity, but instead of being limiting, it opens up all these possibilities.
Yes.
Yes.
So for those of us listening who aren't drummers, what are some key takeaways here?
Well, I think the main one is this idea that any complex skill or challenge can feel really overwhelming at first.
Oh, yeah.
But what if we could break it down, like the written dictionary does with rhythm, into smaller, manageable elements?
Okay.
Right. And then by just systematically exploring those different combinations and variations, we might just uncover this hidden potential in whatever we're doing.
Yeah, it's like having almost like a roadmap for innovation.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder what other areas of your life, your work, could benefit from this kind of, structured exploration.
Yeah.
What unexpected solutions or breakthroughs might you find by just like shifting your perspective a little bit, embracing a system for variation?
That is a question worth really considering. Wow. This deep dive has really given me a lot to think about. Who knew a rhythm dictionary could be so profound?
It's more than just about the drums, right? It's about thinking differently and
Right.
approaching creativity with this new perspective.
Yeah.